Okay, this is a fire sprinkler head, part of our fire suppression system, and it developed a drip and was dripping for several hours before anybody noticed it. And as a result, it got the carpet underneath the area wet. And as the wetness was discovered, somebody grabbed a garbage can and set it there to catch the drip so that it wasn't getting the carpet any wetter. It's a light blue carpet. You'll notice the brown stain around the garbage can where it was wet. Okay, that's a stain that developed as the carpet dried. It wasn't visible as the carpet was wet. The carpet was a little darker. It was squishy. It was obviously wet. But that stain developed as it dried. When carpet or other materials, especially cellulosic materials, get really wet, just plain water will find and will dissolve materials. Cellulosic coloring out of the materials itself, soil, whatever's deposited in the carpet or below the carpet, it will dissolve those materials. And then as the materials wick to the surface, it carries those, as the water wicks to the surface where it has to in order to evaporate. In order to evaporate in the air, the water works its way up the fibers and then evaporates off the top of the carpet or tips of the fibers. And it carries those dissolved materials with it. When the water evaporates, it leaves those materials or the staining behind. What's curious is when we move the wastebasket, notice that there's significantly less or almost no staining directly under where the wastebasket was sitting. And again, that's an example of the wicking action. The plastic garbage can sitting on the carpet gave very little opportunity for the water to evaporate off the tips of those fibers, so there was very little wicking. Instead, the dampness that was wet there wicked out and around that area and to the tops of the fibers around it. So just accidentally happened and we noticed, and does a good job of demonstrating wicking, that it actually is water moving to the tips of the fibers and evaporating that leaves the coloring. And it doesn't have to be anything else in the water. The water doesn't have to have any color to it originally. The water will find materials to dissolve.